Wright tried to
rookies?
Listen, Bo Nix and Trevor's still on.
Put some
I don't
college
love
guys
it.
on.
I'll never lived that down. I put college guys on before. I'm tethered to them like an anchor. Marcus Mariota's back up. Jackson Dart got knocked out of the game, kept his spot. Jacoby Brissett dropping the ball left and right, kept his spot. You think I want to put Tyler Shuck and Davis Mills on the mountain? I had no choice.
Mills.
But with that said, I don't love the off area. I don't love 7th row. 6th row, we start to get good, which is why there's vacancies.
Oh, God.
That has to be. Jordan Love. Okay, Brew, we might have a problem. Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to get hit. Certainly doesn't want to climb the mountain. Tua, good for you, buddy.
Sure.
Couple picks. One of them I didn't care about at all. 3rd and 11, threw it deep fine. The other one not great. Still, guys, this is how bad it is. C.J. Stroud didn't play. I just stay where he is. He's going to be back. He's no injury. Sure. All right, but now top 15 is where we get good. So it's the bottom of the league's bad. Mid part's not great, but now we get good. Dak, drop a bit just because people moved up around. Caleb, clutch for the 2nd straight week, back-to-back touchdown drives to win the game. Joe Flacco, week to rest, and now he's like, man, Joe Burrow, I hope your toe feels better to hold my clipboard, buddy. Mac Jones is just cooking.
I like this says Mac Jones.
Oh, yeah, it does. It does say Mac Jones. I don't mean it to, but it does. Mac Jones is out there cooking. Daniel Jones, through the first 3 years of his career, he averaged more fumbles per game than any player in the history of the league. The last couple weeks, it's come back a bit, but Jonathan Taylor's made it not matter. There it is. Now to the top 10. Don't get mad at me, KW. I don't know what to do about your guy, Jalen Hurts.
I'm not.
They just don't have a sustainable offense week to week. And they do for a week, but then they don't. It's weird.
Come playoff time, we'll be good.
Justin Herbert, I thought, played a great game Sunday night and deserves credit for it. And I know the Herbert truthers would tell us that's what he's going to be the rest of the year. I'm excited to see it. Jared Goff with Dan Campbell whispering in his ear the plays. Throw it to Jahmyr Gibbs. Throw it to Jameson Williams. Worked really well. And Baker, when did this show become such an anti-Baker show? Coach is like he's doing a coup d'etat against Todd Bowles. Brews like they're a cute little team.
Right.
That was
playing great.
That was harsher than I expected, I got to tell you. All right, now the interesting part. Top 6. Josh Allen's got to drop.
Yeah.
Fair is fair. The turnovers, a terrible loss. I expected, Brew, Lamar to move up going into this weekend. I thought that if someone moved down, Lamar would move up, but he didn't play poorly, but he hasn't played great yet since. I know his first game back he had 4 touchdowns. Which is how he got where he was. But this past weekend, Minnesota is fine.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold moves up. That team is just a juggernaut, and he's been excellent. Top 2 rows, 2nd row. Wow. It's rare you get to move up in a bye week, but Josh Allen moves down. Lamar doesn't do much. Darnold moved up. Jalen Hurts score 7 points? It's good to have the mountain named after you, I guess. Patrick Mahomes moves up. Drake May stays where he is. And atop the mountain for the 2nd straight week. It's been a while since we've had the same guy on the mountain back-to-back weeks.
Really?
Other than Patrick.
Yeah. I called it. I told you it was going to be Stafford, Mahomes, and Drake May. I said it in the live stream. Yeah. Having Jackson Dart at the bottom is insane, especially when you have vacants. Do you not understand how much Jackson Dart has carried that New York Giants team? I mean, just what he did against the Chicago Bears alone. I mean, he was 19 for 29, throwing to literally nobody because his team is decimated with injuries. 242 yards. He only took 2 sacks, a 91.5 passer rating. Since everyone's all about the QBR these days, 74.5. He was the leading rusher until he got knocked out of the game. 6 carries for 66 yards. He was the entire rushing attack and had the only 2 touchdowns. The team literally could not score unless he made something happen. And this is a team that, he has no wide receiver 1. His running back is gone. I mean, Nick wants to talk about how amazing Baker Mayfield's been doing, and how this is the most injured team in the NFL, and they're still 6-3, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, you put Jackson Dart at the bottom? Doesn't make any sense. Makes absolutely positively zero sense. Right now, and I mean, listen. Right now, this is where it's so tough, and this is why I keep saying, like, this mountain just continues to not make sense, because when we say it's the rich tapestry and blah blah blah, like, the fact that Mahomes now is not at the top, then it's like, okay, then that means the whole rich tapestry, we're relying a lot less on previous seasons then, which is what Nick just really went heavy on last year, the previous seasons, because he wanted to keep Patrick Mahomes at the top, even though he wasn't playing so great. And now it seems like this year, he's definitely emphasizing the whole rich tapestry a lot less. So now there's a lot greater emphasis on this season. It's like, okay. So with that logic, Sam Darnold has been better than Patrick Mahomes. If Drake May can get on the level of Patrick Mahomes right now as a first-year full-time starter, then Sam Darnold, what he's doing right now, should be above Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts should be above Lamar Jackson. And you can make the argument that Sam Darnold should be at the top, or, quite frankly, Drake May. Like, listen, right now, if we're specifically talking about this season more than anything, there is a real argument for Stafford, May, and Sam Darnold to be at the top three, because they have the stats, they have the big time wins, they have the big clutch moments. They have really been a level of consistency, and especially when you're factoring in injuries, team, etc., etc. I'm still putting Jalen Hurts in one of the other two row, either the row with two quarterbacks or three quarterbacks. Like, you can't really go wrong. But what Justin Herbert is doing, like, again, this is what I'm trying to argue so much. What Justin Herbert is doing is so much more impressive than what Matthew Stafford is doing right now. It's more impressive to me what Josh Allen is doing right now. Certainly more impressive than what Mahomes is doing right now. And so I just think it's just all twisted right now, man. This mountain becomes increasingly more difficult because of the whole rich tapestry aspect. Because it's just, how do you rearrange a mountain if you don't really understand what the actual parameters are? Which is why that's why I do the mountain the way how I do it, because then at least it's clearly defined of just week to week to week. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if I'm just looking at the top batch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? The top 10 quarterbacks, I think that list itself of just the 10 quarterbacks who are playing the best right now, I think that list is fine. Not necessarily the order, but just like putting separating those quarterbacks. Although there's a real argument that you should take Mac Jones and replace him with Baker Mayfield, because he's had more consistent receivers actually, and more weapons to throw to through a greater portion of the season than Mac Jones has had to deal with, and also beat a better team. He beat Matthew Stafford and the Rams. That's a way bigger win than anything Baker has right now. But again, I think having Baker there is totally fine. And again, to emphasize, I think Baker Mayfield's having a great season. And he has been enduring a lot with the injuries, O-line, run game, receivers. It's just, I've just been insanely impressed with Mac Jones. And I'm not going to replace Mac with Jalen or Herbert or Goff or Sam or Lamar. I mean, the next closest I would replace Mac with would then maybe be Lamar, mainly because Lamar hasn't played the full season. Not because there's anything inherently wrong with Lamar necessarily. Yeah. again, it's not quarterback stat mountain. We know that because otherwise Mahomes last season would not have been able to be at the top. So the types of wins, how you get them, what your team is asking you to do, the clutch plays, the gotta have it moments, dealing with injuries, O-line, whatever it may be, like those things have to matter. What you're doing with your legs, your roster. Drake May has nowhere close to deal with the pieces that, say, even Sam Darnold has to deal, that he has with Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Stafford with Devontae and Puka Nacua. That's why, like, I think in the ultimate vacuum, as great and as special as I think Sam Darnold has been, and Stafford, and Jalen and Herbert, etc., I really think right now the two most impressive quarterbacks that I see right now are Justin Herbert and Drake May. When you factor in what their team is needing from them. But I would say that Drake May gets the edge over Justin Herbert to a degree because I think Drake May has better wins than Justin Herbert and the Chargers, especially with like the injured roster that he has. Again, I think Justin Herbert's been brilliant, as I've made a ton of videos discussing that. But if I'm like forced to pick right now who's fundamentally impressing me the most, it would have to be Drake May, factoring in his youth, factoring in the fact that this team really wasn't going very much, and how much of a reliance that they have on him, and what they're asking him to do. In a lot of ways, Drake May and Justin Herbert have had very similar, they've had to deal with similar things. And I think Justin Herbert has dealt with a worse roster for sure. So you can't really go wrong with either of those quarterbacks in that moment. But yeah, I just think that what they're being asked to do and the level of play that you're getting from them is pretty spectacular. It's pretty spectacular. So yeah, that's just the way how I'm looking at this season more than anything right now. Because again, it's not just who has the most touchdowns, who has the most passing yards. Otherwise, Tua Tagovailoa would be way up there in 2023 and whatnot, right? Like we would be way. There's so many quarterbacks that would be way up there that we just did not see over the years. So it's just because again, then how is Sam Darnold below Patrick Mahomes right now? It just none of it ever makes sense, man. None of it makes sense. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Nick's quarterback mountain, Stafford's stash? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.